Alrighty. Hold up. Make sure the camera's clean. Issues, but hopefully that gets worked out. So I'll set you here for just a second. I am right now, in case anyone's curious, I thought, well, I had the really bad idea of hooking up every car that I own currently and running that around the layout. So I'm just making sure that I have my locomotives consisted well here. I'm going to run all scale trains equipment just because I want I'm going to run a DPU on the way up. I'm just going to have these two locomotives on the way down, but I want a DPU on the end to minimize the slack, coupler slack, and I gotta be sure that they're well speed matched and that the DPU doesn't drag at all because we can't have any extra weight at the end. If anything, it needs to push a little bit. So anyway, I'll get that going in a second, but I'm just gonna work on that really quick. Edit locomotive, I want to get rid of the -9, remove from console, save. Alright. Alright. Yeah, someone asked what I got for sale on eBay this week. Unfortunately, nothing once again. I don't have anything weathered yet. I'm working on those FP, coal gondolas, so those will be up for sale at some point soon, but nothing new this week. In fact, I didn't really get anything done on the layout all week because it was back to school, so it was a little hectic this week, but I do have some time this weekend, so hopefully I'll get something done. I like to at least have something to share with you guys when we start the live stream. So again, unfortunately, nothing really new this week, but we'll just run this train. And honestly, I really only have until about 10 o'clock. So this will be a pretty short live stream, but we'll get a fun train running, see how many cars we derail, which obviously that was a joke. I'm not trying to do that, but considering that this is our train here, I mean, it's not the biggest you could ever run, but this isn't a huge layout, so the curvature plus the grades will make it kind of tough. And then it goes all the way up past the corner of the wall. So that is what we're looking at for a train right now. It takes up the entire room, as you can see, which should be a bit of fun. We'll just see how it goes. Something tells me it won't go well, but that's okay. All right. Sorry guys. So I'll get this train running here. So that door back there is the staging room, which is currently quite incomplete, but it does have our connecting track, which you can see right there. Someone was asking about that. And I have not counted the cars. Someone's going to have to do that. I should have done that, but I did not. So Sorry, I feel like someone was probably counting cars there, but I want to get you in a better spot. Excuse the mess on the floor. It's still from last week. I haven't cleaned it up. Okay, honestly, that was surprisingly smooth for the downhill. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it kind of is like that. I've got quite a bit of interesting track work elevation, which wasn't the plan. It seems kind of cheesy to have a bunch of that, but that's all right. I think what I'm going to do is run the head end power up the reverse loop and back to the yard, just because I don't want to run this up the reverse loop. Not that that's a problem, well, I don't know. We'll try it. But I have my DPU facing the wrong way, so just for the sake of not grabbing my locomotives with my hands all the time, I'll just do it that way. Hello, CSX Railroad Man. Thank you for the subscription. It's going well. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. As with everyone else, I see quite a few hellos. So sorry if I don't get to every comment, but I'm glad you're with us, everyone. All right, there we go. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go run the head end power around. Oops. Yeah, thanks, Ray. It's vaguely thought out. That's what I like to think. I mean, there was quite a bit of planning. I think I was kind of ambitious or optimistic about the way some things would work out, but I don't know. I think it's panned out quite well for what I'm interested in doing. So anyway, here's our head end power about to come out of there, and yeah, who was it? Carl had suggested I do the mid-train DPU. I don't know. We'll put that to a vote. Who wants end of train versus mid-train DPU? Somebody let me know. Just a second. Ah, shoot. Yeah, so the Reverse loop works tonight. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna run the. It looks like a lot of people are in favor of mid-train DPU, so that's what I will do, and we'll put that scale trains dash 9 in the middle, which seems pretty cool. I was just watching a video today with a. Actually, yeah, I think it was mid-train BNSF dash 9 DPU, so that'll be cool. And someone asks. I'm using. Oh, let me check something. This is all HO scale for anyone that's curious. And then, the heck is that noise? Oh, I think it's. I don't know. Yeah, O scale is pretty cool. I like the prototypical O scale stuff. I feel like a lot of the O scale products are like deliberately poorly proportioned. I don't know what that's about. Haven't looked into the history of it that much, but I prefer the realism of HO. However, I prefer the space-saving nature of N scale or even Z scale. Honestly, American Z line makes some pretty cool stuff. So, not saying I'm gonna do that, but some pretty cool stuff. All right, hold on just a second, guys. Lego. No, I don't really have anything on Lego modeling. I see a lot of cool models that people do, fairly prototypical versions in Lego, and I've seen some pretty cool like Lego train layouts, but I've never really messed around with it. All right, so now we got these guys on the front. I'm probably just gonna start to pull this out the yard. I gotta pick where I'm going to put the mid train, and then plop it in there. Let me think. Yeah, N scale would be. I'm sure that gets harder as one ages. Someone asked where I get most of my stuff from. Yeah, actually, I it's probably a fairly even split between model train stuff and Lombard. I recently it's been mostly Lombard, but model train stuff has some pretty good deals on like supplies. So I get track from model train stuff, but when it comes to rolling stock, most everything I get is from Lombard. Okay. I probably should have put the intermodal cars at the end. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'll probably put... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, guys. Not to take up too much time, but since I'll do the train, or the DPU mid-train, I don't want it to be pushing right on the end of the... I have some pretty light Athearn Maxi 1s in there, so I'm thinking if I put the intermodal cars at the end, and then put the mid-train just a little ahead of that, probably a few coal cars in, then that should be good. So let me maneuver that around. Of course, we'll be fouling the main line quite a bit, but it's not like this is a prototypical train for this layout. So I will get to work here, and then we'll run this train upgrade. All right, and I just counted. It looks like we've got 61 cars. So I will... Let me think about this when I start to put things together. 61 cars. Where should I put the DPU? Somewhere like 38 or 40, maybe? Hello, Weber Model Railroad. Thank you. I wish I could, but it's enough for me just to look at other people's layouts and barely get any work done on mine, so. And you have the... Am I making this up? You've got the sort of Southwest, American Southwest layout. Is that N? No. Yeah, it's N scale, right? I'm getting confused now. Someone else asked what train cars I'm selling on eBay. Right now, nothing. So when I do have something, I will be sure to post the links in my most recent video, but nothing right now. I started weathering the green coal gondolas just today, but perfect. Right when I was about to stop, everything derailed. I'm just gonna pull forward, see if it re-rails itself. Probably not. Nope, definitely not. Oh. And I short-circuited everything. Awesome. Okay. God damn it. Alright. I gotta make some weird maneuvers here. Usually I would just pull these cars up back into the intermodal cars and then make the cut for the DPU, but that train is already all the way up into our curve here, so I don't want to pull too far forward with the full load. So now it is time to move our DPU, and then we'll head upgrade. Yeah, really it would make more sense to have all the intermodal cars blocked behind the DPU here. And actually, UP does that a lot. Sorry, guys. Only reason I'm doing it this weird way is because I'm just treating the manifest as if it makes sense, which it really doesn't. It's a weird mix of cars. So I'm just pretending like it's all roughly the same manifest, but it would certainly make switching easier here, damn it, as well as at the destination. But I want to have a vaguely balanced coal train. I think I've put the DPU somewhere that'll look realistic. Not too close to the middle, a little towards the back there. So now I need to add this to our consist. And I'm too lazy to back up. I'm just going to bring the intermodal cars over with the hand of God. I know you guys probably weren't, I don't know, this isn't the most exciting part. I was originally, before the live stream, I thought I was going to have all the cars set up down here in the yard first, so I wouldn't have to do any switching. So, yeah, obviously I wouldn't do that during real operations, but I'm more interested in getting this train upgrade and seeing if it works. And for whatever reason, my ET44C4 seems to not like its capacitors from the power pack, but I don't know. It should behave, I hope. This is kind of a messy view, but you should get the idea. Someone asked earlier, sorry, I forgot about this, that if the DPUs tended to push too much downhill. Not really. If your locomotives are like exactly speed matched, there should be no problems. But generally, the curvature of your layout should match the trains you're running. Like the curves I have on this layout are obviously much tighter than on the prototype. So sometimes it's just the weight of the train itself, which can cause problems. So any sort of fluctuation with the DPU could be an issue. But generally, as I was saying, if you just have it speed matched as close as possible, it's not really a problem up or down. But I feel like really for the DPU to work, it has to be pretty much exactly speed matched. That's an issue that RailPro would solve right off the bat, but I think having locomotives exactly speed matched sometimes can be difficult. Like for me, there's like close enough to speed matched, and that might be like a difference of a mile per hour at like half speed, or maybe a little bit more than that, a couple miles per hour. Scale, of course. And that's enough. That's not going to hurt the locomotive or anything, and you're not going to get any wheel slip when they're coupled up together. But if you have a DPU that's off by maybe that much, then that could be an issue. But these are all scale trains. They have generally the same decoder. I have them very closely speed matched. And I detected beforehand that the Dash 9 has a little bit more push, it seems. So I wouldn't have put it on the rear going downhill just because of the huge weight of this train. But going uphill, it's going to help quite a bit. And it looks like the slack is right here at this this boxcar. So yeah, and that too. I forgot to mention that Carl brought up the point about BEMF, or I don't know, ESU calls it something special. I don't remember. I've messed with that too. I'm actually a few weeks ago. I thought it might be fun just to do it all the way off, so that you really have to crank a lot of throttle into it. I put it back to default values because the problem I have, if you put it too low, that's back EMF, then it doesn't start at a consistent speed, and then it'll lurch forward once it does get enough power. Shoot, sorry about that. But it's a lot more fun to have lower back EMF because the locomotives respond to the weight a little more realistically. But it's really a balancing act because you got to have it high enough so that there's sort of smooth operation at the low speeds, and so that it doesn't lurch too much when at the higher to mid speeds. But if it's too high, then you know that doesn't really help with consists either. Jeez, what is happening? Alright, time to detach you guys from the tripod. That's why I like Digitrax decoders, actually. Digitrax mobile decoders have really, I think, really good back EMF settings. So if you turn it pretty low, the locomotive still handles really well, which I really appreciate. So honestly, the cheap Digitrax decoders, in my mind, have some of the best motor control for consists and DPUs, which is kind of funny. I don't know where to put you guys. What the heck? Don't know what's going on here, guys. Camera froze. Can you guys still hear me? Someone's gonna have to let me know, because I'm getting... Nope, this is a YouTube issue.